That's right, it's your boy. Oh, I'm so happy to be back for another episode. You know, I had said that we weren't gonna do an episode this week, but you know what? It's been so much Kobe and Jordan going on ESPN and all that other stuff that's going on. I had to pull up. Man. I just got done watching The Last Dance, episode 1 and 2. That's what we're gonna get into today. But before we do that, toxic check. So last time that we recorded, I had gone 1 week without being toxic. Everybody was in a good mood. I was in a good mood. Everything was all good. And then as we're recording right now, I am not one, but up to 2. I'm to 0 weeks now. I had a rough Sunday. It was a tough Sunday for your boy. I don't know what happened. I think Tyrone Blaze happened and Pat happened and all these things happened and I was toxic. You know, you may notice that Nate is missing on this episode. I might have said something toxic to him. But you know, that's what this whole show and the premise of this show is about, is how I'm growing, how I'm going to go through my struggles being a Henny guy. I gotta be able to harness the powers of the Henny in a way. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, it was rough, man. I got hung up on. I got blocked. What else happened, BG? Oh, somebody flipped their hair at me in traffic. So I apologize. I'm gonna get better. That's what this show is about, is watching me grow with me. But we're gonna move on from that, and maybe I have some better news for y'all next week. But let's get into. It's so much going on in the world right now. Actually, you know, the South is trying to open up. Now, last time I checked, we had a whole Corona thing going on. Folks supposed to stay in the house. These folks down south trying to open up their states. Yeah, go ahead, going back to business. Man, folks is still dealing with this Corona. And here's the deal, Banana Peel. Last time I checked, I ain't got checked for Corona. Now, I just believe in my immune system. I'm one that does not get sick. I don't get sick. And I hope to not be somebody that's in the news in the next few weeks that done got sick from saying that they don't get sick. We don't want that. I don't want that, because it's your boy. I got to be here. I feel like I got to be here. One of the reasons I'm so toxic. But moving on. But yeah, man. They trying to do that down there in Georgia for real. And last time I checked, you know, they say Atlanta is like the Black New York, the African American Mecca, if you will. And I don't think that's a good idea. I don't believe that's a good idea. I believe that we need to do this thing until we actually, because folks ain't getting tested. They keep giving out these numbers as if, oh, we tested everybody and only, you know, 1,300 people out of all of the people in every state. We only got 1,300. No, that ain't true. Now I'm Joe Jones now. Some know me as Unico Williams. Others know me as Love Jones. But I haven't been tested. Who knows who actually has it? Because you don't have to have the symptoms of it. You can feel just fine and still have the coronavirus. Let me move on from that. I'll get on y'all. Matter of fact, go ahead and open up on Friday, and then we'll see what's going on, and we'll see what's happening. I'm gonna give y'all a few days and see what's happening. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. At any rate, the topic of this show, that's the main topic, and like I said, I'll get back to y'all later. down there in the South trying to open up like everything is sweet, because it's not. It's not sweet. And I don't want anybody getting any bright ideas that it's okay to just open up. Just open up everything up, because I don't think that the time is now. I'm still trying to figure out where this coronavirus came from, because I read something on Twitter today. They were talking about how the World Health Organization, said they believe that this has not come from a laboratory or anything like that. I ain't never seen nothing that wasn't just Let me move on. Let me move on. I ain't doing this today. I'll get with you next week. But man, so I'm watching The Last Dance. The Last Dance is a documentary about the 97-98 Bulls. So if you know anything about the 97-98 Bulls, obviously they had Michael Jordan, Pippen, Rodman. They had a squad. They was coming back to try and repeat or three-peat again. This would be their second three-peat. And it just goes into so much detail about what was going on with that team that year that would go on to win a championship game. So that's a spoiler alert. I mean, you can wiki it if you want to. Go online and Google it. They won that year, but it talks about the turmoil that they went through that year. I was surprised by a few things. So just a little background on 97 and 98. I was a little kid, and I wasn't as into sports the way that I am now. You know, Michael Jordan was just like, hey, this guy got them Jordans and you wearing K-Swiss. And that's kind of where my Jordan relationship happened. In one of my earlier episodes, I let y'all know my grandparents were very frugal people. They were frugal, so they didn't believe that I needed $250 shoes. They didn't believe that I needed that. And that's kind of where I am in life. People call me a cheapskate. People call me, this, that, and the third. But no, I was just raised that way. And I believe that it's actually right, like to spend your money in a way that you can spend it. So you can spend it on different things like having food in your refrigerator and things like that. Because I remember some cats that had Jordans when I was a kid. And they ain't had much in that freezer. Do you hear me? They ain't had nothing in that refrigerator. But we not on that right now. But that's my length that I come with Jordan, and then obviously I would go on to love Kobe and LeBron. That's like my timeline. But Jordan was preeminently, like, he was great at what he does, and I found myself. This documentary gave me some insight into some different things that I didn't even see was going on, because I wasn't thinking about salary cap back then. I wasn't thinking about, who was on the team. I did know Scottie Pippen. I knew Scottie Pippen. What game that was back in the day that we had played? It was 3-on-3 ball. I can't even think of it right now. Y'all got the answer for that? What was that game called that we played back in the day? It was 3-on-3 ball. And he's on fire. What was that game called? I can't even think of it. It was on Sega. It was on all that. Come on, somebody help me out here. What was that game called? He's on fire. Y'all remember that? I can't think of it, but we're gonna do it like this. Y'all know what game I'm talking about. Y'all watch this. Y'all know what game I'm talking about. I used to play with Golden State on that game because they could all hit threes, and then they would go on to hit threes in 2015 all the way to now. But yeah, I didn't know much about that team, and I never asked myself, why didn't they win more championships? Didn't they win 3 in a row? Or can they win 3 in a row, maybe lose one to a team that really was trying to build themselves up to be a great team? And I didn't know the answer to that. So this documentary answers those questions. That being said, wow. This GM that they're talking about, see, I got a GM down there in Indianapolis that work with them Colts, that got that Colts team together the way it is now. They got Andrew Luck, got people around. They finally got that squad going around here. I know you ain't biting my couch. I know, BG. Go on about your business. So we got a great GM down there with the Colts right now, and they're talking about this GM that pretty much was breaking up the team. Now let's talk about this team, man. So this team, you have Michael Jordan, you have Scottie Pippen, you have Steve Kerr, I believe. Yeah, it wasn't Paxson. Paxson was back in the old days. But you had Steve Kerr. I mean, you had Bill Cartwright, I believe. And y'all figure that stuff out. But they had a good team. They just won a championship. They just won 5 championships. Michael Jordan won 5. But I'm saying they were just coming off a 2-year run. And they're trying to tell me that this GM, what his name is? Krause? Jerry Krause. You got Jerry Krause putting a team together, trying to show the world that it's not about the players. It's about how the organization, the people up top, the people sitting in their offices, putting the teams together. He's talking about how they did that. They got that championship, not the players. Oh, he said, Jerry, just like anybody else that sit up in their skybox, sit up in their office and do what they do, say, I did this. And if you forget about the players, I got a problem with that. But let me keep on moving on with what this is all about. So the GM was trying to do what he does. Shout out to Pocket Sand over there. That was a different piece to me because, like I said, when I was a kid, Jordan was just, hey, there's this guy on this poster and he just dunked and did this cool thing, and that was cool. I'm here for it. I'm here for that part of it. But the GM part of it, I didn't know that all this stuff was going on behind the scenes. So let's break it down. So you got Michael Jordan on this team, and there's a whole bunch of turmoil going on with this team at this point. After their championship, their second championship in this second three-peat, this GM was trying to blow it up. He was trying to be too logical. We would not let that go in this day and age. I don't believe that. In this day and age where we can see all the moves and all the salaries, I don't believe that we would let that happen. Let me talk about it. You know what? Because I done got mad. I done saw Scottie Pippen's name. I done got mad. So, first episode, it talks about how Jordan came up and how he did what he did. And, he did what he did in North Carolina. How he, everybody got that whole Michael Jordan got cut. I heard that a few times in my life. That's all right. I didn't know how to don't worry about me. I done told y'all about worrying about me. But, they talked about his early life and, his parents and Miss Doris and his daddy. And they also went on to go ahead and talk about what happened in North Carolina, Dean Smith, and how they was talking about how he was so eager to be great. And, man, I got to give Jordan this. Jordan is 100% Michael Jordan. My apologies. Michael Jordan was big on trying to be better. He always wanted to be better. Now he got gifted. Now he done grew up to be 6'3", and then he went on to grow up to be 6'6". But his tenacity and how he wanted to be great. People to this day, we have the Mamba mentality, but that Mamba mentality came from Michael Jordan, and I'm not disparaging either one of them. When it comes down to who's my favorite basketball players and how they affect me and how they push me to be better, it's always Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. And they all have different mindsets. And that is what it is. It is what it is. But those three, they channel each other. And I love it. Kobe was obviously the closest to, as far as I can't even speak on it because LeBron is a whole different type of person than both of them, but he was trying to be great in his own right, but he shows love to both of them because of what they offer and how they approach the game. And I believe LeBron learned from both of those things, but let's get a little Magic Johnson in there. And we're not saying Magic Johnson is the GOAT. We're not saying that, but there was something that LeBron took from them. But I'm pretty sure LeBron, if he wanted to do those things that Kobe and Jordan did, he could do them. And that's my belief. It is what it is. Next step in the parade. So Jordan gets Scottie Pippen out of Arkansas Central State. That's what it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pippen wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. Now, if we go on and look at what he did after the Bulls and during that time that Michael wasn't there, it was different. He didn't put up 30 points a game. He didn't do anything like that. But what he would do is just he was a huge cog in a machine that is just winning with Michael Jordan. He was a big piece of that. He led the league. He led that team in assists. From what I read. What else did he do? It wasn't the points. He didn't get them points, but steals. He led the team in steals. He did that. Pippen was he was a boss, man. And but he just wasn't ever the guy. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the guy. But he was a big piece of this situation. And here's where I need to get real. Scottie Pippen was he was a big part of that. Now y'all can go out here and say Dwayne Wade, he was a part of the LeBron thing, and then Kobe, man, there's no Shaq. Cause I'm gonna say this right now. Them Lakers, they was gonna do this Bulls team bad. That's just what it is. But let's focus back on what was going on with this team at this time. Man, you had Pippen coming off of, he had an injury, and they won their championship. He said, I want to enjoy my summer. And when the season starts back, and I know that's right, when you supposed to be at work, you supposed to be clocked in, and you say, you know what, because of the stuff that happened when I was clocked in, I'm going to get that together when I'm clocked in. I know that's right. Oh, I know that's right. But also, we found out that, and this was so surprising to me, Scottie Pippen was making like $2 million. Now, don't get me wrong. I signed a 7-year, $18 million deal real quick. Yeah, right now, I do it because that's who I am. But let's talk about when I'm established. When I'm established and I've shown what I can do, best believe I'm coming back to you. And I'm going to say, remember that contract we was talking about? No, I done showed out. Y'all got to pay me. And this GM, let me look at him one more time. I'm going to circle his name. Jerry Krause refused to pay him. And you know who else he refused to pay? He refused to pay Phil Jackson. He refused to pay Phil Jackson. This dude wasn't paying nobody. Now you had to pay Jordan $33 million because Jordan, come on, man, where you get 69 points from? Where you get 49 points from? Where you get 39 points a game in a season from? Where do you get that from? You got to pay that man. But what Pippen did for that team, I read on there that he was the 6th highest paid on that team during that time. No, I can't go for that. I'm not going for that, man. I can't believe it. I didn't know this. That's what is so dope about this documentary, is that they telling me, the youth. I was the youth at the time. I didn't know about salary caps. All I knew is that the Bulls won. They won. I got me a starter jacket. You know, the ones with the zipper that come like to the middle of the chest and boom, handle your business. A lot of y'all had Green Bay ones. I had that jacket because the Bulls won, and I knew who was on the team. Dennis Rodman. Matter of fact, I had me an old pair of Dennis Rodmans. My grandma bought them for me. I said, Grandma, I don't need that old crazy man shoes. I can't wait till he talks on this whole thing. I want to see how he feels about it. But man, it's a crazy ride that these cats is on all in 1 year. Like I said, I truly appreciate them going back and talking about, because it's not much we don't know about Michael Jordan and what he did and how he was on the court and all that. Kobe taught us a lot of that. It's in a lot of his documentaries, and then also it's just period in Jordan's documentaries. Go on YouTube and look at them right now. I actually read the Hall of Fame, not read it, but I watched the Hall of Fame speech on YouTube, and I was like, wow, this dude was really about that life. And it gives you a greater respect. But the issue with this team is this. The GM, again, I done circled his name, because how you gonna do this? Jerry Krause, man, that dude was disrespectful. He was disrespectful. When who plays ball on the court? Who goes to the YMCA and play on the court? I done played. Who done went to the park and played on the court? I have. Last time I checked, when you get off the court when you lose, they had won. And the man said, I don't care if he goes 82-0. This is last year here. Talking about Phil Jackson. And you already know what Michael Jordan said. He said, I have a choice. That's what you do when you big business, when you a GOAT, when you big dog. I'm not getting into that Jordan and LeBron GOAT situation right now, because we all know how I feel about LeBron. But at the time, he's the best basketball player of all time. And you got him on your team. And you talking about blowing it up. No, you run us off the court. That's how. Who done play ball? Have you played ball? Who done play ball out there? I done played plenty of ball. And I know this much. You don't get off the court till you lose. That man blew it up before it even was over with. He said, you know what? Matter of fact, Phil Jackson, I don't care if he goes 82-0. This is his last year with the... What was your problem with him? What's the problem with the coach? Can he not coach anymore? Even if you decide that, you know what, you're going to blow up the team, you're going to get rid of the coach? I don't know this guy, and I'm pretty sure, I know y'all seen the memes. What's that boy name that was on Space Jam that had brought the Monstars down? Had the suit on with the cigar. He was running the show. They depicted that GM. I didn't know that. So they giving us some gems. I can't wait to see the next episodes of this. I do definitely want to go ahead and run through this whole season if I can. I ain't found no Chinese connect that could go ahead. I know somebody that stole it, and I'm not talking about Chinese people. I'm just talking about that they're gifted enough. They're gifted, and they be having this stuff before everybody else do. And then got leaked somewhere. Y'all done hacked PlayStation before. I couldn't even play Grand Theft Auto. Done shut down 2K servers. Can't even get no VC. Got me out here looking broke in my brown T-shirt. My gray 2Ks. You already know them 2K. Listen. This series got me fired up. They broke up something. Man, you gotta get me off the court. That's all I'm saying. Get me off the court. Run me off the court, and then I'm gonna bow out. And then let's do what you gotta do from there. This dude tried to break them up while they was winning championships. What is that? That doesn't even make sense. But it is what it is. So I want y'all to continue to watch that. What else we got going on? I told y'all about the COVID-19 in the southern states. I'm gonna tell y'all one more time. Stay shut down. Y'all ain't got enough tests. I done talked to somebody from West Virginia at some point in my life, and they talking about everything all good, and they want what they want and all that cool stuff. Because their state just thinks that this is not a big deal. Y'all ain't testing nobody. I don't know nobody that got tested in my city. So with that being said, y'all got to take this stuff more seriously. Stuff need to be shut down, man. Y'all can't be killing folk. And they got them conspiracy theories where it's uh controlling the population, and then if you control the population, then there's this there's this income that's not coming in for people, so it's out there to float more and all. Man, y'all better stop that. Folks is on to that, man. Folks is on to that. Y'all can't be on that. But continue to be safe. We got the draft coming up tomorrow. Got the NFL draft coming up tomorrow. I'm excited about that. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. Luckily, we got to have the combine when we got to have it, but it's gonna be a different draft. Joe Burrow. Because let's start with quarterbacks. Joe Burrow. I like him. He did come from Ohio State. Went on to play for LSU, but I like Joe Burrow. I think he can play. I think he can throw the ball. Cincinnati thinks they got him. I'm not sure. It's between him and Tua. I don't know how I feel about Tua because I actually like my man's from Oklahoma a little bit. Jalen, right? Jalen. I like him more. I like him as the better quarterback. But, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I want all them cats to succeed. This is a deep wide receiver class, man. Jamil Smith. Tell us a little something about him each day for the next 7 days. Matter of fact, the first 7 wide receivers that they do, I want you to do film on them and why this one should have gone further than the other one. Or if it's exactly right, then it's exactly right. So I definitely want to hear that. Gronk came out of retirement today. And he got his wish. He's going back to play with Tom Brady with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm interested to win some money with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers the first 2 weeks that Madden is out, because on some real stuff, they gonna be it. That receiving core is crazy. Running back, I think they need a Brian Westbrook kind of guy. I think they need a scat back, but their back is not bad. As far as tight end goes, you really can go a 2 wide receiver set, and then you can have a tight end, the young boy, and then Gronk do what he do, and y'all can switch them up however y'all want to do it. I probably would really focus on Gronk on second and third down. I would do that, but man, Tampa Bay got something going on down there, and Tom Brady, he making it happen. They done kicked the man out the park. They was wrong for that, but he was by himself. He was social distancing in the park. But Tampa Bay, I'm rooting for Kobe. I mean, not Kobe. I'm sorry. I'm rooting for Tom Brady this year. Usually, I go for the quarterbacks. I want my quarterbacks to win, man. They say that, we too dumb. We can't figure out defenses, all that cool stuff. But I'm going to root for Tom Brady because, after losing Kobe and after, losing some of the greats that we've lost, if I got a chance to see greatness, I want to take advantage of that. I'm huge on that. We gotta love and embrace every single thing that we get that is determined to be great. We do not need to hate it. We need to embrace it. We need to love it and for what it is. And I'm thinking about The Last Dance, and it got me thinking about the Last Supper. And if you want to have the Last Supper with your boy old Bartholomew, hit me up on christianmingle.com. That's right, I'm Bartholomew. You hit me up. We have as many Last Suppers as you want to have. But you already know it's your boy UNIQO_Williams on Twitter, Unico Williams on everything else. Much love. Be safe. I holla.